Hi. Well, hello from the inside, as we're all locked up in our own homes at this funny old time. Um, I'm very grateful that I can still work online and still seeing many clients, and I'm very familiar with working that way, so it's not difficult and it can be very powerful. So in case you're thinking about it, that's an option. But I'm also trying to think of what might be useful things to share with you all during this time. And the first thing I want to talk about is this. It's a book by a woman called Eve Rodsky, and I've written a 2-page summary of the whole thing because I think it's really precious. It's really about having parity or sharing domestic tasks fairly. And she's come up with a very good design, including some cards which you can print out online, and they look like this. And there's 100 of them, and you choose which ones are relevant to your situation, because of course not all will be. And then you really share them out based on which ones you feel important to you, your shared values, and so on. There's a lot to it, and it's quite a thing to undertake, but it's really a good process for an unemotional way, being able to divvy up the things that both of you feel are important and need doing. And you can include your kids and anybody else who's living in your household. This is not something that should just be taken on by the mothers or the women, which it traditionally is. It needs to be really shared around. And when you do get it right, you'll have a far more harmonious life. And you're teaching a really good example to your kids. So I know about this book because, in fact, it was my adult daughter Lara who told me about it and told her dad. And partly because there's no doubt that this was the largest, that fighting over domestic chores was the biggest area of friction in my first marriage. And I would cite it as the main reason that I left after nearly 20 years. So these are very important things to get right, to find ways of resolving, because they're daily things that need to be done. And when they are, there's a lot of benefits for it. So I'm hoping you're going to enjoy this. I hope there'll be some value in it. Yeah, I'd love to hear how you get on with it. And do get the book. I've added all the links and things there. I think it's really helpful to do that. And I hope you're all managing okay. Bye.